Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a review for Unit 2, Target 5, and it's going to take part in 3 steps. The first step is going to be an example proof that I will show you in 2 different ways. The second step will be for you to try a new proof on your own on a separate sheet of paper. And the third step will be for you to check that proof using a QR code. So let's go ahead and do the first proof. So this first proof we're going to do in 2-column format, and let me go over the information with you. So we have AB is parallel to DC and AD parallel to BC, and we are trying to get these 2 triangles congruent to each other. Right now we have no information, no sides or angles that we know so far. Normally in a 2-column proof, we start with the given information, so that's what I'm going to do here. So we just relist the given information from the original problem. My next step that I have here was to say that angle CBD was congruent to angle ADB. So let me mark those here. CBD and ADB are here and here, and they are congruent because AD is parallel to BC, and they are a pair of angles. Okay. Next, I'm going to get a pair of sides congruent, and I did that by using reflexive. So BD congruent to itself is here. BD is the segment down the middle. And that is a side, so I'm going to go ahead and label this part with an S. Next, we have that angle ABD is congruent to angle CBDB, so let me go ahead and mark them. They are the ones up in the upper right and in the lower left here. And they are congruent because of these 2 parallel lines in the first part of the given. They are another pair of angles, and as you can see, I now have ASA, which is exactly the reason I'm going to use for step 5. And now I'm going to repeat this proof, but I'm going to repeat it in flow proof format. So same problem, same information, but a different way of doing the proof. So I'm actually just going to uncover the whole entire thing so that you can look at it all at one time, because quite often we did these proofs by kind of working backwards. So I would have started by saying, hey, I think these triangles are going to be congruent by ASA, and see if you can get that information to get them congruent by ASA. And here is an angle, and here is the side, and here is the angle. And remember that this given of AB parallel to DC gives you these angles, and this given gives you these angles. So we actually break it apart into 2 different pieces of given, so it leads correctly into the information that follows. Okay, so now that you've seen your own practice proof, or my practice proof, I want you to try a proof on your own. So here's the next picture and the given information, and then there's the proof statement. And I'm actually going to give you some of the statements that you need to use in your proof. So they are all listed here for you, and you want to try and find the reasons that go with them and put them in the correct order. And you can do it in whatever format you would like. I'm going to go ahead and change screens for you so you can see the QR code, but feel free to pause this video now so that way you can get all this information written down. Here is the QR code when you are ready to check your answer.